Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL. Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap.
Diyos marhay na hapon sa Indogabus. We are live on Aliw Channel 23. Kumpleto na ang channel mo. Let's begin the excitement here at the Camsur Fuerte Sports Complex. Our first matchup is City of Santa Rosa Lions versus Taguig City Generals. Here are the players, starting with the City of Santa Rosa Lions. Sean Michael Sandoval, John Lester Maurilio, Sean Dominic Alguire, Jassel Oliver Cardenio, Philip Liwanag, Alexis Hilario, Kevin Martin, Kim Ruiz Galamiton, Gio Calacalzada, John Mark Adato, Arlan Santos, Jeff Desquitado, Shinichi Manaksa, Kirvin Rebadabia, and Justin Paul Desquitado. Now let's make way for Taguig City Generals. Larry John Mayo, John Reynold Yasa, Jonathan Lontok, Christopher Azares, Edsel Galoy, Mark Edison Ordonez, Kevin Oliveria, Nicolo Paulo Alcantara, Henry Luis Subido, Mike Jefferson Sampurna, John Mark Gabiran, Fidel Castro, Noel Santos, Francisco Tanchoco, Zuarto Mamaluba Jr., Dan Anthony Natividad, and Harvey Subrabas. Let us all stand, NBL fans. Tumayo po tayong lahat and please remove your caps for the NBL prayer.
Dear God, you are the fount and source of all goodness and blessings. We recall and are grateful for all the knowledge, skills, and talents you have given to each one of us. Lord, may this occasion be a reminder to us that you have made us for excellence, that you want us to be the best version of ourselves, and that you will only what's best for us. May this occasion likewise nurture and deepen the friendship, camaraderie, and solidarity among all of us. Lord, bless and inspire our organizers, players, officiating personnel, crew, and every involved personalities. And lastly, Lord, we ask, as we lift up to you everything, keep us all from danger or harm, and watch over us, as you are, now and always. This we pray, full of confidence and trust for the kingdom. The power and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. Dear God, you are the fount.
Manatiling nakatindig, kindly remain standing as we give respect to the team's hymn. First to sing the City of Santa Rosa Laguna hymn, here's the City of Santa Rosa Lions. Now to sing the Taguig City hymn, we got the Taguig Generals.
Bayang pinagpala ng dakilang lumikha, may bagong pag-asa sa hangaring dakila, sa
Thank you very much, Taguig Generals and the City of Santa Rosa Lions. Maaari na pong umupo. You may now be seated. Both teams at the center court for the pre-game handshake, and you still have time to warm up before the tip-off.
Ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown.
Mabuhay Pilipinas! Mabuhay lalawigan ng Camarines Sur! Welcome to the continuing action of the 2023 National Basketball League Pilipinas President's Cup, and we are live and direct here from the Fuerte Sports Complex in Pili, Camarines Sur, to bring you our doubleheader for today, beginning with a good one. It's going to be the undefeated Taguig Generals taking on the challenge of the Santa Rosa Lions. Good day, everybody. My name is Ati Servino, and I'll bring you the action as it happens right before your very eyes. But before anything else, let us discuss the two protagonists. Let us begin with the team on your screens right now, the Santa Rosa Lions. Okay, so you know, today the Lions and the Generals are both coming off wins in their last game. In fact, like what I said, the Generals are undefeated. Meanwhile, the Lions are coming off a win in their last game. So the challenge here, as you can see, they actually met last June 30 in Santa Rosa. That's their second game day of the President's Cup. The Generals winning that game. That was actually their season debut. Okay, that's their season debut. They won that game 98-84. And you can see the big disparity. They made their move in the third quarter. But look at the three-point shooting. The three-point shooting was really the main weapon of the Generals in that game. That was a good, well-played game, actually. You know, a lot of players stepped up. One player that has been playing very well as of late is, of course, the team's leading scorer, Dan Anthony Natividad. Look at Natividad. That's his average for the conference on the left column. 10.2 points a game. And then, well, actually, just almost his average against the Lions in that first game. But then again, after hitting 11 points in that first game against the Lions, Natividad has been simply ballistic in their next two games. That's why until now, the Generals are still undefeated. Look at the... this is one player that I feel will be tasked to guard Natividad. And I'm talking about Gio Calacalzada. Look at the averages of Calacalzada for the conference on the left column. And then against the Generals last June 13th, of course, that was a game also wherein you can say Calacalzada introduced himself as one of the key players. But before that, let's turn you over for our starting lineups.
Live on Aliw Channel 23, kumpleto na ang channel mo. This is your NBL Pilipinas 2023 season President's Cup. Time to meet the starting lineups, beginning with the City of Santa Rosa Lions. Playing center number 97 from Alaminos, Laguna, Kervin Rebadabia. Starting at guard number 44 from Cabuyao, Laguna, Shin Manaksa. At guard from the City of Santa Rosa, number 29, Jeff Desquitado. Starting at forward number 11 from Los Baños, Laguna, Alex Hilario. Small forward number 4 from Calambas City, Laguna, John Maurilio. The City of Santa Rosa Lions head coach is Eric Camzon, assisted by Hilario Galabin. Now the starting five for Taguig City Generals. At forward number 21 from Bagong Tanyag, Taguig, Fidel Castro. At guard number 6 from Ligid Tipas, Taguig, Mark Ordonez. To guard number 5 from Bagong Bayan, Taguig, Edsel Galoy. Playing center number 3 from Palingon, Tipas, Taguig, Jonats Lontok. And at power forward number 0 from Upper Bikutan, Taguig, LJ Mayo. Taguig Generals head coach is Bing Victoria, assisted by Roderick Reyes. Referees for this ball game are Rolando Francisco, Ferdinand Santana,
and there you have it, the starting fives called to the floor right now. And we are just about to be underway here. That's right, and the first tap is won by the Taguig Generals. So now Larry Mayo with the first attack. No good, and Rivadavia clears it. It ignites a fast break for the Lions. Spin move. And Maurilio breaks the ice. So early basket here, 20 seconds in the game. We have points for the Lions. So I guess this is one thing for the Santa Rosa Lions. They have to move quickly. Like in that last sequence, they did not allow Taguig to set up their defense. Ordonez pops out, and Ordonez with a jumper, and now Ordonez ties it up at 2. Well, of course, Taguig is easily, one of the high-scoring teams in the NBL. And, 100 points is easy for this team, I tell you. Okay, Rivadavia powering his way through, and he traveled. So too much power. Look at that. Take a look at it again. Of course, look at this Maudillo. Beautiful spin move. And again, they moved quickly, but Ordonez quick to get the 2 points back. So Ordonez is starting today. Usually comes off the bench. Meanwhile, Mayo with the lenient scoop. And now the lead is with Taguig, 4-2. Maudillo, he has the 2 points of Santa Rosa. Bounces to Kervin. Alex Hilario, one-hander, and he doesn't get the bounce, but Hilario gets his own miss. Hilario does not quit, and he draws the foul. And the foul is on Mayo. First on Mayo. Let's see this sequence again. Look at this. This is the great body control there by Mayo. Meanwhile, Hilario is successful on his first free throw. This is for the tie. No, spoke too soon. Lontok with the clearance. Now Ordonez will slow it down. Ordonez causing the timeline. Of course, Ordonez was the best player 2 games ago. Ordonez for 15 feet, and he has all the 4 points. No, he has 4 points. Maya with the other 2 points, just 4 of the 6 points of Taguig. Hilario back to the basket, hemmed in by 2 defenders. Manaxa, nice line, everything but the shot. Rivadavia still, and Rivadavia taking advantage of his width and power. I tell you, this Kervin Rivadavia is very strong. Easily one of the strongest, if not the strongest player in the NBL. He's built like a tank. Lontok, jumper, short. Well, he wanted to draw to Rivadavia. Meanwhile, Maudillo will do a quick survey, gives it to Manaxa. Manaxa thinking about it. Manaxa feeds Rivadavia. No, Rivadavia again. And this time Rivadavia gets the point-blank shot. No, I remember in their first meeting, I was at that game, I watched that game. No, Rivadavia had a lot of point-blank shots, but he missed a lot of them. And that really, took its toll on the team. Meanwhile, Manaxa attacks, yes! And again, they need the MVP to produce MVP-type numbers. Talking about Shin Manaxa, the NBL MVP, way back in 2019. That was the second season of the NBL Pilipinas. Take a look at it again. Look at Rivadavia. Look how strong he is. Even his, you can say his hands are very strong with the way he's able to control the ball. So he already lost possession, but he was able to get the ball back. Meanwhile, Disquitado with a rebound. Of course, we know Disquitado. He can easily have a double-double in points and rebounds, considering that he's a guard. Okay, Mayo now gets it. Mayo. It's a good matchup of Mayo against Hilario. 2 players with the same build. Lontok! Yes. Don't look now. Lions, the Generals are just behind by a point. 8-9. Let's see if Santa Rosa can add to their lead, which is only 1 point at the moment. Hilario wants to use his length advantage against Mayo. No good. Ordonez quickly to Castro, to Galoy. They want to involve Galoy, and there's an early foul.
No basket.
Yes, it will not count. The foul came early. So the foul is on Hilario. Hilario caught playing defense with his hands. It'll be a sideline inbound, and Lontok receives it from Galoy. They give it to Galoy. They want to involve Galoy. They want to get his confidence going. Because we know that Galoy can produce. He is one of the team's leading scorers. Maurilio for no. Fires it inside. Extra pass. Oh, nice reverse by Hilario. Make it now 11-8. And I told you earlier, this Quitado can have a double-double. He has also several triple-doubles. In fact, he is one of the all-time triple-double leaders in the NBL. Ordonez a little bit longer, but he is bumped. So he will, it is deemed a shooting foul. He will tip to the line for 2 free throws. So 2 fouls now on Hilario. He take it out again. Here's the handoff. And then Hilario, he was just a bit too far, so he tried to reach in. So again, Hilario caught playing defense with his hands. So Ordonez good on the first. Again, Mark Edison Ordonez from the Philippine Christian University Dolphins. And I understand that he will forego his final year of eligibility with the Dolphins in the NASCU. And he is now also, aside from playing professionally here in the NBL, he is also a member of the coaching staff of Coach B-Boy Simon at the PCU Dolphins. Meanwhile, no good on that attack by Santa Rosa. Quickly now in transition, Castro had a foot on the line, and Hilario gets it. So despite having 2 fouls, Coach Camson is still not planning to replace Hilario. But as we speak, now we see Jazz Cardenio going to the scorer's table as Manaxa scores and gets a foul. And the foul is on Lontok. So we thought that Cardenio will replace the foul-troubled Hilario. Instead, he replaces Rivadavia. So Coach Camson was still playing Hilario despite being saddled with 2 fouls. Mayo to Ordonez. Met by 2 defenders again. Because of his being the best player 2 games ago, Ordonez has definitely earned the respect of the NBL. No, the NBL has taken notice. Meanwhile, a foul from behind on Lontok. And fresh into the game, Cardenio announcing his arrival with a foul. That's Jazel Oliver Cardenio. He also has a 1 best player citation to his name in this tournament. And that surely will not be the last. Meanwhile, Galoy finds Castro at the corner. Castro, yes! And that's the first triple of the game for Castro. And once Castro gets his gun going, it's hard to stop. Hilario to Manaxa. Met by Castro. Manaxa will use the screen. Manaxa. And he loses it. There were 3 defenders collapsing on Manaxa as he drove to the basket. Castro fights God again. They are making an effort to involve Edsel Galoy and get his confidence going. Meanwhile, Ordonez cleans the cords with that triple. And quickly, Santa Rosa calls a timeout. But before that, look at this. Good recognition to the open Castro, and Castro makes Santa Rosa pay dearly for it. And then this time, Ordonez, the PCU connection, humming on all cylinders. That's our score. Generals on top, 15-14. We'll be back. And hello again, basketball fans. But before anything else, look at the numbers of Mark Edison Ordonez. This was his numbers when they played against the Lions last June 30, 19 points. And on the way to Best Player Honors. There on your screens, sometimes you can call him Coach Mark. Like what I said, he's already an assistant coach at his alma mater, the Philippine Christian University in Taft Avenue. Meanwhile, Maurilio Met by Galoy. It's with Cardenio. Cross-court pass to Hilario. Hilario will attack and Hilario draws the foul. So far so good. Hilario is doing a good job staying away from his third foul. And big development here. This is the second foul on Jonathan Lontok. So now Lontok and Hilario in the same boat. That they both have 2 fouls each. So now Hilario ties it up at 15 all. Again, this is Alex Hilario from Los Baños, Laguna. Studied at Trace College in Los Baños and then later transferred to St. Clair College in Caloocan. Meanwhile, we see the entry of Suharto Mamalumba. And Mamalumba has not played. He did not play for a couple of games. And here's an offensive foul on Taguig. And Mamalumba announcing his arrival with that offensive foul. Of course, Mamalumba from Maharlika Village in Taguig. Maurilio asking for a clear out. Manaxa pops out, but it's well read by Ordonez. Ordonez will sky for the deuce. Lead now back in the hands of the Generals, 17-16. We have a seesaw battle here in the Fuerte Sports Complex. A very nice venue here in Pili, Camarines Sur. Meanwhile, attack is unsuccessful, but Cardenio is there to clean up the mess. You know, of the 3 visiting teams today, you can say that it is Santa Rosa that is closest to where we are right now. Though they made the shortest trip from Santa Rosa to here in Pili. Meanwhile, whistle blows to halt the play. Of course, after this game, we'll see the home squad, the Capture Express, take on the visiting DF Bulacan Stars. Here's that. Here's the attack here, and Cardenio at the right place at the right time. Of course, good nose for the ball. Meanwhile, Hilario will finally take a rest, and we're going to see Kim Galamiton in action. Of course, usually, you've seen the games of Santa Rosa, Galamiton is a starter, but today, I guess they wanted to vary the strategy to maybe throw off the scouting report as Castro hits his second triple of the game. 20-18, 2-point lead now for the Generals. Cardenio to Disquitado. Disquitado is also the team captain, by the way. Cardenio to Manaxa. He wants a 3 back. No. Ball tap. It's won by Mamalumba. And he gives it to Ordonez. Ordonez now. Again, give it to Galoy. Inside. Mayo. One-hander. Too strong. Galimito gets it. And Galimito passes it to no one. And Disquitado was 1 step ahead of the pass. Look at this. Nice handoff to Castro, and the defender was too far. And again, I said never ever leave Fidel Castro open. Ordonez. Met by Calacalzada. Ordonez, no. And 2 rebounds already for Galamiton in this short stint on the floor. Manaxa, oh, Manaxa! Public display of rejection. They keep it alive though. Now they will recycle. Calacalzada. Met by the defense. Ball is loose. And referee says, white ball. Meanwhile, 4 new players coming in for Coach Bing Victoria and the Generals. So we see the entry of Natividad, Tanchoco, Noel Santos, and Harvey Subrabas. So it's only, let's see, it's only Mamalumba who is left from the original 5. So now all the starters of Coach Big Victoria are now resting. These are all second stringers. Natividad to Subrabas. But mind you, these second stringers of Taguig, no, they can be part of the starting 5 in any other game. As you can see, Coach Victoria, no, he does not have a, you can say a solid starting 5. No, he likes to vary his 5, depending on who his opponent is for the day. So first foul on Jeff Disquitado. see here on the screen there, Coach Benito Bing Victoria. So at the line, this is Dan Natividad. Now, in the 3 wins so far of Taguig, Natividad has 2 of the best player awards. Okay? So that's 2 for Natividad, 1 for Ordonez. And another thing about Natividad, you can say he is the leading scorer right now of the NBL. He leads the league in scoring. Meanwhile, Cardenio looks for a teammate. Disquitado has not yet rested. So he's the only player that has played all 10 minutes so far, because we have 2 minutes left as Cardenio scores on the reverse. He now has 4 points. And we hit the 2-minute warning of the first quarter. Again, it's only Disquitado that has not rested for Santa Rosa. Natividad using the Mamalumba screen. Mamalumba against Disquitado. They know the mismatch. Mamalumba using his power with the hook shot. Of course, the hook shot is easily one of the hardest shots to block in basketball. And of course, all centers, they have to master the shot like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the legend. Calacalzada to the baseline. Cardenio changes his mind. Finds Santos. Santos. Calacalzada. Shot clock down to 1 second. They have to shoot. Oh! No, Disquitado is not aware. He passed the ball to Galamito and the shot clock blows in their face. So we have 1 minute and 7 seconds left before we call a first quarter. And right now our score is 23-20. You can say this is the usual scoring pace of both teams, especially Taguig. We know that Taguig, like what I said, they are a high-scoring unit. They average about 98 points a game. Subrabas too deep. Finds Tanchoco. He can hit this. No. Battle forward won by Santos. Santos finds Subrabas. Subrabas stolen. It's with Calacalzada. Calacalzada extra pass. Oh no! And Cardenio is fouled. And lucky for Santa Rosa, they had the numbers in that sequence. So 5 fouls on Taguig. 3 throws here for Jazel Oliver Cardenio. First one is good. So he makes this, and it will only be 1 point separating these two squads. Oh, split by Cardenio. Quickly now, Taguig, Natividad. Natividad has yet to score, but that will change easily. Meanwhile, Tanchoco finds Santos. Shot clock winding down. Shot clock and game clock, actually. Mamalumba, no! All right, last shot time here, but a preemptive foul given up by the Generals. It's on Santos, so it will mean free throws here for Santa Rosa. But if you look at the positive side, you know, that foul by Santos, okay, it will make Disquitado shoot free throws with 10 seconds left. It will give, you know, Taguig a chance to have the last say in this first quarter. So one more free throw coming for team captain Jeff Disquitado, who has not yet rested in this game. The only player who has played all the minutes so far. And miss. And it's now with Taguig. Here's their chance to have the last say of the first quarter. Santos will attack. Oh, Santos. Ball is tapped from his hands, and it will mean a baseline inbound with 3 seconds left. Meanwhile, Coach Bing Victoria wants to make sure something will come out of these 3 seconds, so he calls a timeout. So we'll be back for more of your NBL President's Cup. Stay there, please. of the Lions. Of course, this is the last game of the Lions. They won over Team Muntinlupa 74-66. Actually, in this tournament, the Santa Rosa Lions, it's like they blow hot and cold. They win, they lose, they win, they lose. So the key here is for them to start a winning streak. And like what I said, both these teams are coming off wins. So let's see if Coach Victoria will use a play for this situation. Oh! Santos! No! And Galamiton writes the last sentence of this first quarter. So after 12 minutes, our score is 23-21. A 2-point lead for the undefeated Taguig Generals. And we'll be back with the second quarter after this commercial break. Stay with us as we see more highlights. Look at this, the power move of Rivadavia. And then the outside shooting of Taguig clicking. Now that's why they're leading by 23-21. Again, Ordonez also firing away from the outside. And then Cardenio keeping it close. That's our score. And we'll be back for the second quarter. Stay there, please. And of course, this is the last game of the Taguig Generals. This is the third straight win. Oh, that was a thriller, over Luid Kapampangan. No, that game was decided because of the last points, the last 5 points of the game scored by, of course, our best player, Dan Natividad. Natividad tied the game at 90 all, and then he hit the winning 3-point shot with 12 seconds left. Then after that, defense saved the day for Taguig. And let's see some statistics from that first quarter. Of course, one thing I want to look at first is the field goal shooting. 8 out of 20 for Taguig, 40%. Well, check that. 8 out of 20 for Santa Rosa, that's 40%. And then 9 out of 20 for Taguig, that's 45%. So, same number of attempts. It just so happened Taguig has one more conversion. And then, here's a big stat. Look at this. Santa Rosa is dominating the rebounds 18-7, and then when you look at assists, just it's the Taguig dominating 7-2. Of course, leading scorers in that first quarter, we have 3 players of Santa Rosa with 5 points each. That's Cardenio off the bench, Hilario, and Manaxa on the part of Taguig. Wow, look at this. Ordonez with 10 points in the first quarter alone. And he did that in 9 minutes of action. So think about it. If Coach Victoria will play him for the rest of the game, he will score something like 30, or he could hit 40 points. But again, that is just theoretical. But it can happen. It can happen. In fact, a lot of players have probably scored more points than their minutes. And that's really efficiency. Meanwhile, Calacalzada with a 3-point shot. And don't look now, as we were analyzing the numbers, Santa Rosa now on top, 26-23. And we have only a minute gone by here in the second quarter. And a stolen here. It's with this kid, with, no, this is player number 0. This is Sandoval in the game. So finally, Jeff Disquetado was given a rest. Look at this. Here's that 3-pointer by Calacalzada that gave them the 3-point lead. It broke the 23-all tie. Meanwhile, Natividad is still scoreless in the game. And a foul's given up by Sandoval. Of course, we missed Sean Sandoval. He did not play in the recent games. Now he's back. Meanwhile, Natividad. Again, they are really defending Natividad because he has, of course, he has won the best player twice. You really have to defend this guy or else he'll hurt you. And the fourth shot as the shot clock sounds. It's a violation, so ball will go the way again of Santa Rosa. They can add to the 3-point lead, which is right now 26-23. So no score yet, huh? A 5-0 run for Santa Rosa to begin the second quarter. And referee says it's going to be, Santa Rosa basketball. So we're going to see for the first time in this game, Mike Sampurna. And another thing about Sampurna, he did not play in their last game against Luid Kapampangan. Yes, he was DNP.
7 on the shot clock. 7 seconds.
So 7 on the shot clock here for the Lions. Baseline inbound. And they find Cardenio. A handoff to Santos. And ball will go out of bounds in favor of Taguig. So Natividad will bring the ball down. Bounce it to Tanshoco. Of course, Tanshoco, another prolific three-point shooter. Dependable, you can say. Natividad! And you can see that with the way Natividad executed that shot, he was in the process trying to fish a foul, and he did so from Kim Galamiton. Meanwhile, Maurilio will check back in. Of course, Maurilio was part of the starting 5, and now we have another new player coming in for Santa Rosa. This is Sean Alguire from the Lyceum of the Philippines in Laguna, the Laguna campus of LPU, which is in Calamba City. Meanwhile, look at let's review the numbers of Dan Natividad, our 2-time best player this conference. Of course, not just only scoring, doing a little bit of everything. So Santos will sit down, and now Mayo, the starter Mayo, is back. So I guess this will be the cue for Coach Victoria to slowly reintegrate his starters into the game.
17 seconds to shoot.
Meanwhile, 17 on the shot clock after the ball goes out of bounds. Lead of Santa Rosa is down to 1. And they want to add to that. Of course, 1 is not a safe lead by any means. And Alguire kicks it out. Maurilio, nice line, no good. And rebound is with Mayo. Sampurna! Yes! And that's the game. That is the playing style of Mike Jefferson Sampurna. He is easily a very good anchor for the outlet pass. Calacalzada feeds Galamiton. Galamiton, good defense by Suharto. And Galamiton says, I want 2 points. And he gets the lead back to Santa Rosa, 28-27. We got a nice game brewing here at the Fuerte Sports Complex. Again, one of the nicest venues here in the NBL. Meanwhile, Sandoval, extra pass to public display of rejection by Mayo. Meanwhile, Maurilio says 2 points for me. And he ups their lead to 3, 30-27. Gives them a little breathing room, you can say. 8:21 left in the first half. And a foul away from the ball as Maurilio getting a little bit too playful with Sampurna. So 2 fouls here on John Lester Maurilio. Meanwhile, look at that. Oh, nodded. Again, public display of rejection. So Maurilio says, I'll do it the easy way. Meanwhile, Galoy has no points yet. No look by Sampurna, short. And rebound, won by Maurilio. And the horns play, signaled by Maurilio. Galamiton from 15 feet. Yes! Lead now up to 5, 32-27. And this is now the biggest lead of Santa Rosa. Actually, it matches their biggest lead. Earlier, they led 14-9. 14-9. Sampurna is fouled by Sandoval. So now 2 quick fouls for Sandoval. And now Shin Manaksa will return for Calacalzada. I'd say a relatively short stint for Calacalzada. No, if you compare that to his usual playing time in their previous games. At the line, Mike Jefferson Sampurna. So first one is good. So, again, it trims the gap to 4. Yep, that's right. We are following the scoreboard here right above us. Of course, the scoreboard here at the Fuerte Sports Complex, it's a 4-sided scoreboard at the just on top of the center circle. Yeah. Of course, this venue is right beside the world-class Camsur Water Wakeboard Park. So, you know, if we have time, maybe we might wakeboard. Maybe tomorrow. Let's see if we have time. Maurilio and goes out of bounds. Last touch on a white shirt. It's Aguirre. He could not control the Spalding basketball. For Spalding, the official ball of the NBL President's Cup. Natividad against Disquitado. Oh, steal by Galamiton. Piece Disquitado. Disquitado. Oh, good decision by Jeff. He was about to go out of bounds and then he saw the trailing Kim. And then you reward. Oh, steal by Maurilio. What's happening here? Galamit. Oh, nice move by Galamiton. Everything but the shot. No, you like his footwork underneath the basket. Natividad. No look. Oh, yes. So the mindset right now of Natividad is, I cannot score right now. All right, I'm having trouble. But before that, here's the good presence of mind by Jeff Disquitado. Meanwhile, you know, Natividad, he's having trouble scoring right now. Okay, instead he'll just set up his teammates and now they'll do the scoring for him. And that's the right idea. Lead is down to 3. They give it to Aguirre. Jumper, no. And it's cleared by Sampurna. Sampurna finds Natividad. Natividad for 3. Still no points. But we have a foul.
Holding foul on number 8, Sean Aguirre, penalty is first.
So first foul on Sean.
Substitution, Jazz Cardenio back in the game for Sean Aguirre.
Meanwhile, Cardenio will replace Aguirre. At the line for 2, this is Jonathan Lontok. With 6 minutes left. Actually, 6 minutes and 1 second left in the first half. We are at the halfway point of the second quarter. And suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, the scoring pace, no, the torrent scoring pace of the first quarter has, you know, toned down significantly here in this second quarter. Well, it's because the players have been giving up a lot of fouls. No, they've been giving up more fouls than usual compared to the first quarter. That's why our game has really slowed down. Meanwhile, Lontok, guarded by Cardenio. Lontok with a turnaround and battle forward. It's won by Manaksa. Manaksa now to Maurilio. Maurilio will fire. No! Rebound Sampurna. Rebound number 2 for Mike Jefferson Sampurna. Natividad is blocked by Manaksa. So again, you know, the struggle in offense for Natividad continues. But sometimes we are reminded of the saying, it's not how you score, it's when you score that counts more. And that was very well presented in the last game as Galoy scores. Of course, I was relating earlier, you know, Natividad scored the last 5 points of the game to win it for the Generals in overtime. That is a classic example of when you score that counts more. But of course, Natividad was also the highest pointer with 25 points. Meanwhile, Natividad, yes, finally! Natividad breaking his silence with that layup. And at the same time, it gives the lead to the Generals. So quality point, a quality basket by a quality player, Dan Natividad. And they double Maurilio. Meanwhile, Desquitado having trouble, finds Cardenio. Cardenio has to shoot against the extended arms of Lontok. It's recovered by Desquitado. New shot clock here for Santa Rosa. They cannot capitalize, and they fire it to Sampurna. Again, Sampurna is the perfect anchor for the outlet pass. And he did not disappoint again. As we prepare for a timeout. Meanwhile, here's what I'm talking about. Mike Sampurna, the anchor of the outlet pass. Here's a different angle with the same result. Yes! And that prompts Santa Rosa to call a timeout. And we'll be back for more for NBL President's Cup. And you see on your screens there our EVP, Madame Rose Montreal, with our Commissioner Edward Aquino. And you see right in front of Ma'am Rose, these are the mobile phones and communication devices of both teams. Because before the game, we collect all these devices, these gadgets. It is part of the NBL's thrust to deliver a game that is played with the highest credibility and integrity. Okay? So now let's go back to live action. A 3-point lead by the Generals, 37-34. Meanwhile, Cardenio reduces it to 1 point again. So now Ordonez is back after scoring 10 points in that first quarter. 10 points in 9 minutes. Lontok is forced to retreat. Mayo, good defense here by Santa Rosa. Shot clock is winding down. Ordonez knows it. Ordonez fires. No. And it's recovered by Hilario. Maurilio. Extra pass. Oh, yes. And then you like the court vision, the presence of mind of Desquitado to feed his teammate Shin Manaxa. Here it is. Look at this. Good court vision by the captain, Jeff Desquitado. And of course, they also want to get the confidence of Manaxa going. No, they want him to play like the MVP that we witnessed in 2019. Galoy to Lontok. And he takes the handoff. Again, taking too much time. Lontok. Yes. All right, 3:11 left. Lead again, back to the Generals, 39-38. Desquitado. I can even say Desquitado probably work on a triple-double today. Manaxa, no. And battle for the ball. And referee says, what will the referee say? We have a foul. It's on Manaxa. Look at this, Lontok. And of course, the shot clock was winding down. And then here's the battle for the Spalding basketball, but instead it's a foul by Manaxa. So it will send Larry John Mayo to the free throw line. First one is good for Mayo. So we ups their lead to 2. There you see on your screen there, Coach Benito, Bing Victoria. And a split. So Lions now can either tie or go ahead with this possession. Again, we continue the seesaw battle that we have here at the Fuerte Sports Complex. which is right now being enjoyed by the crowd that is slowly growing by the minute. Of course, in anticipation of our main game between the home squad as Sampurna scores on the bunny hop. I will say, later on, the Camsur Express will host the DF Bulacan Stars. Look at this, a bunny hop by Sampurna. Wow. Meanwhile, Santa Rosa will call a timeout. And at the same time, we have a coach's challenge. So the green light is on. That means that there's a challenge. With the verdict and the review after this commercial break. Stay with us, please. So again, we see that the green light is on as Coach Camson of the Lions has filed a coach's protest. Here is the bone of contention. That's right. Of course, he claiming that Manaxa did not even get into contact. Okay, if you look at that sequence, since there's no audio, the foul was already whistled. Okay. When Manaxa was near Sampurna, so that reach in afterwards on the secondary defender, that the ball is dead already. The ball was dead already by that time. Okay. So we'll await the referee's verdict. Of course, this is a new rule. Okay, that we are implementing, starting with this President's Cup, the coach's challenge. So let's see if the call will stay or it will be reversed in favor of the Lions. Okay. So again, let us wait for the official verdict. Let us not second guess because we are not the referee. Let's leave it to the experts. Here it is.
The challenge made by the City of Santa Rosa Lions was successful.
Okay.
No foul, basket counts, ball possession, Lions.
Okay, so the challenge is successful. So there's no foul on Santa Rosa. Instead, they will count the basket for Sampurna and the ball will go the way of the Lions. So there will be no more bonus free throw, okay? No bonus free throw because there's no foul. No foul was committed. As they say, no crime, no penalty. Meanwhile, Kervin hands off to Maurilio, and Maurilio, oh yes, Maurilio. You can say Maurilio is one of the players that keeping the hopes of Santa Rosa alive as we hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. Castro, he hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Ball will go out, it will stay with the Generals, so Ordonez will do the inbound. You can see the PCU connection is back to the 2 former PCU Dolphins, Castro and Ordonez. Actually, they have a 3rd Dolphin on the team. This is J.R. Yasa, but Yasa has yet to play today. Meanwhile, Mayo pivoting, and Mayo gets the 2 points. And look at the smile on Mayo's face. Meanwhile, a foul. Oh, offensive foul on yes, on Rivadavia. That's a very obvious offensive foul there by Kervin. You can only laugh. Let's see what happened here. Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Look at that. He gave a body check. That's like, what's that? Rugby or American football? Of course, you can, Rivadavia, he has the body to play those sports. And shot clock violation. No, who knows? Maybe Kervin can probably, might consider playing for the Philippine Volcanoes, the national rugby team. Meanwhile, Maurilio in traffic. Instead, they find the open teammate. And the ball will go the way of Taguig. We have another timeout. This time is a turn of the Taguig Generals to sue for time. And that's our score. We'll be back for more of the NBL President's Cup. The crowd here at the Puente Sports Complex in Pili, Camarines Sur. That's right. Text your friends. Tell them to come over here. And after this game, we're going to have the home side, the Camsur Express against the visitors, the DF Bulacan Stars. That should be a good one. Of course, both those teams, Camsur and Bulacan, are coming off wins in their last game. 1 minute left before you call the first half. Andy Cervino here, live at the Fuerte Camsur Sports Complex to bring you the action. Mayo will chance Hilario, and Hilario, oh, that could be foul number 3 on Alex. Yes, third foul on Hilario. So at the line, Larry John or LJ Mayo. First one is good. And of course, that is now the biggest lead of Taguig, as we see a glimpse of the assistance of Coach Bing Victoria. Calacalzada is back. So 40 seconds left. Back to Calacalzada. We have a dub asking for it. He gets it. He will challenge Lontok. Instead, he kicks out to Hilario. And now chance here for the Generals. Mayo finds the open Galoy. Galoy with the baseline drive. No. Mayo keeps it alive. Castro to Mayo. No look. Lontok was not ready. Instead, Lontok will reset. Lontok turn around. No. Oh, Galoy coming from the weak side. And Revedev says enough. And the foul given up. Look at that. Look at all those red shirts ganging up on Kervin. And they give the foul to Lontok. So 3 fouls as well on Jonathan. Meanwhile, Santa Rosa will call their timeout. With 5 seconds left. And shall we hang on or will... Okay. Shall we hang on or break for a commercial? I guess we'll hang on. Okay. Oh, we'll break for commercial? Alright, we'll be back. Stay there, please. All right, on your screens there, Kerbin Rivadavia was been, you can say, a pillar of strength for Santa Rosa. And Taguig now troops back to the live court. And let's see how Santa Rosa will execute this 5-second play. And ball batted out. So that will allow the Generals now to set up their defense. It also allowed them to, have a glimpse of the plans of Santa Rosa. Meanwhile, Calacalzada, oh, stolen! And that's it for the first half. Our score, 46-40, a 6-point lead for the Taguig Generals. So again, it's been a seesaw game, but Taguig surging ahead towards the end of the first half. As you see, the emotions written on the faces of their Lions and Generals. Both these teams really want to win this game. You can feel it, you can see it in their expressions. That's our score, and we'll be back to break it down further. Stay with us, please.
Handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown.
At the half, our score reads 46-40, 6-point lead for the Taguig Generals over the City of Santa Rosa Lions at the Ceremonies here at the Fuerte Sports Complex in Pili, Camarines Sur. Let's look at some highlights. The first quarter, of course, Mayo getting things going for Taguig with that scoop. And then that airtight defense of Taguig, but Rivadavia will not be denied. And then Fidel Castro getting his shooting going. In fact, hit two of those, and it infected Mark Edison Ordonez, who also started connecting from the outside. Then Jazel Oliver Cardeño coming off the bench, and that's our score. Taguig hanging on 23-21 after one. And then Calcalzada gives the lead to Santa Rosa with that triple, and then Sampurna shock of the bench for Taguig, anchoring the fast break. And then Mayo, of course, doing a little bit of everything. Same thing for Jeff Disquitado. And look at the comparative numbers. Taguig shooting better, 49% compared to 41. But again, I am still surprised that Santa Rosa is winning the battle for the rebounds. Look at that, Mark Ordonez, 10 points all in the first quarter. Meanwhile, leading the way for Santa Rosa is Cardeño with 9 off the bench. So now we are underway here in the third quarter and the second half. At the Ceremonies again at the Fuerte Sports Complex in Pili, Camarines Sur. Rivadavia, Galamito. So Galamito and Rivadavia are in the game together for the first time. Ordonez, Mayo, hand off to Castro, back to Mayo. Lontok against Rivadavia. Galoy, and Galoy with the miss, but it's picked up by Lontok. And look at that, 3 players, somebody's open. Oh, they could not capitalize. Okay, Manaxa now has it. Manaxa will challenge the two defenders. And that's your MVP, Shin Manaxa, with an MVP move. Ordonez finds Castro. Lontok. He will use his speed against Rivadavia. And you can say that, it's very obvious that Lontok has better footwork at the moment compared to Kervin. Sandoval. Galamiton back to Sandoval. One thing that we noticed, team captain Jeff Disquitado is not starting the second half. Manaxa. One-hander, yes, so back-to-back hits for Manaxa. And don't look now, Manaxa has 11 points. The first Lion in double figures. Preemptive foul given up, an early foul. It's on Manaxa. Look at this. Look at Manaxa just challenged the two defenders. And then Lontok with the better footwork. Again, Manaxa with a one-hander. And now Castro finds the hole for two. Lead of Taguig up to 8 again on that hit by Castro. Meanwhile, Sandoval will try a three. Too strong. And it's rebounded by Galoy. And Galoy is poked. Galoy is poked in the eye. Yes. Look at this. Castro, quick release. 2 points. So 2 fouls on Kervin. Well, Gal is okay. Just brushes it off. Lontok to Ordonez. Ordonez did not score in the second quarter after that 10-point explosion in the first. But now he has a chance to score in the second half. Alright, we're going to see our first look at Kevin Martin. So at the line, Mark Edison Ordonez. And I've said this before, he really lives up to his name, Edison. Because he likes to invent a lot of moves on the floor. Oh, split there by Mark Edison Ordonez. Ordonez! Oh! That's the second triple of Ordonez. And Ordonez claiming he was fouled, but the referees will not give it to him. And, offensive foul on Calzada. Wow! What happened there? Let's see. Well, here's the handoff to Ordonez. Wow, what confidence behind that shot. And then, well, we saw Ordonez getting entangled with Calzada, and then Calzada got the raw end of the call. 14 seconds to shoot. So 14 on the shot clock here, and Galoy will do the sideline inbound. Gives it to Ordonez. And Ordonez is feeling it right now. Ordonez, feeds Lontok. And nice reverse by Jonathan Lontok. Of course, he wants to attack Martin because Kevin Martin is fresh in the game. He has not warmed up. Still called off the bench. Meanwhile, Maurilio, top of the key for three. No. And batted out in favor of Taguig. Of course, Maurilio was the leading scorer of, he was among the leading scorers of Taguig, of Santa Rosa in that first half with 6 points. The leading scorer is Cardenio with 9, but Cardenio is seated right now. Meanwhile, Galoy will attack, and he is fouled. So, wait, wow, 4 fouls now on Manaxa. Meanwhile, the Lions will call a timeout, and that's a score. And we'll be back for more of your NBL President's Cup. Stay there, please. Welcome back to Ma'am Rose Montreal and Commissioner Edward Aquino. Of course, that's right. If you see, as you see in your screens right now, they are back from a successful business trip in China, wherein they touched base with Chinese basketball officials, and well, of course, a lot of good things came out of that trip, and we will talk about those good things in the coming games. Well, just to give you an idea, maybe you might just see me speaking in Mandarin one of these days. Yeah, that's a clue. So at the line we have Edsel Galoy, good on the free throw, and hey, the lead of Taguig now is up to 16 points, 60-44. Taguig slowly blowing this game wide apart, and Santa Rosa has to do something about it, and Jeff Disquitado has been dispatched back into action as Manaxa will attack the basket. Instead, he will draw a foul. So at the line is Manaxa. So you can say that it has been Manaxa who has been working doubly hard today as he tries to lift the Lions to back-to-back wins. Meanwhile, Taguig, they are trying to maintain their immaculate 3-0 record. And right now, Taguig is leading the way in Group B with 3-0. Of course, we'll explain to you our format if we get the chance. Meanwhile, that is the third triple in the game for Mark Edison Ordonez. And the lead is up to 17. The Lions need to score in this possession. It's very important. They should not allow this lead to grow any further. And we have a whistle. Oh! 3-second violation. So things not working out for Santa Rosa here in this third quarter. Here's the third triple of the game for Mark Edison Ordonez. And I guess Ordonez is making a case for best player. If ever, no, that will be a second. Let's see. Of course, we still have the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Lontok, no, and Manaxa doing a little bit of everything, doing his best to help the team. Disquitado, oh yes! Well, you know, Taguig, they pulled away with Jeff Disquitado sitting down. So hopefully, you know, with the return of Disquitado, that will be the chance for Santa Rosa to make this game exciting. So all eyes now on team captain Jeff Disquitado as he goes for this very important free throw. Good. Coach comes on, thinking what to do to overcome this 13-point lead of Taguig. Of course, they still have more than 18 minutes left to do so. 18 basketball minutes. That's 6 minutes here in the third and the whole 12 of the fourth. Meanwhile, Manaxa, good form, no shot. Lontok says mine. And he wisely gives it to Ordonez. Now Ordonez will slow it down. They want to control the tempo, talking about the Generals, and we have an offensive foul on Castro.
Offensive foul on number 21, second, 13 foul, and Sobrama.
Well, I guess Castro did not like the way he was being defended. Take a look at it again. Look at the right side of your screen there. Yes, he simply pushed off Manaxa. So very obvious foul there by Fidel Castro. Disquitado against Tanchoco. Manaxa. Met by Subrabas. Manaxa inside. Hilario. There were cutters, but Hilario did not pass. Manaxa finds Martin. Martin will attack. No! Martin taps the ball to Maurilio. Leave it to Manaxa. Shot clock down to 10. Oh, yes, Manaxa! Lead is down to 10, and that's a good sign. At least Santa Rosa remains within striking distance. And stepping on the line is Tanchoco. So that was a good idea. Meanwhile, here's that three by Manaxa. Well, in that last sequence, you can see that Santa Rosa turned the sideline into an extra defender, and they forced Tanchoco out of bounds. Meanwhile, Martin passes to no one, but it was last touch on a red shirt, a general. Natividad will return. So after that long scoring drought to begin the game, Natividad heated up for 5 points in an 8-minute span in that second quarter. And they need more of that from Natividad. Now, 5 points from Natividad is not actually Natividad-like numbers. Because right now, the man of the hour right now for Taguig is Mark Edison Ordonez, as the defense of the Generals forces a 24-second shot clock violation. So Calacalzada has been shuttling in and out of this game. Subrabas says the fist play. What is their fist play? Okay, gives it to Natividad. And good single coverage here by Disquitado. They're now putting Disquitado on Natividad. Subrabas. Tanchoco to Natividad. Natividad for the higher percentage shot. And there's a foul on Calacalzada. Yes, referee saw the contact. And third foul on Calacalzada. So at the line, Dan Anthony Natividad. And he increases their lead again beyond 10 points. Well, I guess when the lead dropped to only 10, that was a sort of a cause of concern for Coach Bing Victoria and the Generals. They may still be ahead, but they allowed the Lions to chop off 7 points from the gap, from the lead. Manaxa sees an opening, met by two defenders. Again, he has earned the respect of the Generals. Talking about Shin Manaxa. Meanwhile, Natividad eluding the defenders. Finds the open Subrabas. No! It is cleared by Manaxa. So Manaxa is really stuffing the stats today. And I give it back to Manaxa, but he bungles the layup. Tanchoco, stop and pop. No. Oh, but Suharto is there for the putback. Yes, I remember Suharto Mamalumba, one of the originals, the Taguig Generals way back in 2018 when the NBL began play. Look at this. Natividad will win with the leaner, and that fishes the foul from Calacalzada. Because the shooting form, his mechanics, or the mechanics of Natividad, it really tends to fish fouls. Meanwhile, Calacalzada gives it to Disquitado. No good on the jumper, but Hilario's there, so poor box out. Poor box out there for Taguig, and they paid for it. It's down to 12. Santos, shake and bake. Santos, yes. Calacalzada now will wait for his teammates. He's double teamed. And oh! Referees give the side for a sportsmanlike foul. So both teams now will have to be separated, and referees will review to make sure that they will give the right call. That's right. They are not allowed to talk to each other. Well, the players on the court, they can talk to each other, but they cannot talk to their coach. There you see there, Dan Natividad. So what happened here? Okay, Calacalzada draws a double team. Oh, okay. So, oh. So after Calacalzada, here's a better angle. Oh yes, he swung. He swung his elbow above the shoulder. Because there's this idea in basketball, okay, now if you swing your elbow above the shoulder, that's an automatic unsportsmanlike foul or technical foul. It does not matter if the elbow connected or not, as long as the swing is above the shoulder. But if you look at that sequence again, yes, there was a swing, it did not connect, but when Calacalzada lost the ball, you can say that he sort of planted his forearm on the chest of Natividad. I mean, I'm just describing, okay? I'm just describing what we saw on the video earlier. But then again, let's leave it to the judgment of the referees to see if it is really an unsportsmanlike foul or just an ordinary foul. So we'll await the decision. Whereas referees are reviewing the video and they are also conferring with our technical officials. As we see there, coach comes on with a pensive look on his face. He's probably thinking, what will be the verdict? Course, it has not exactly been a good day today for Gio Calacalzada. In that first half, look at this. In that first half, Calacalzada could only come up with 3 points. That is not his usual numbers because there's 3 players on Santa Rosa, okay? Jeff Disquitado, Gio Calacalzada, and John Lester Maurillo. They are averaging 10 points each. They are the only players of Santa Rosa who average double figures. That's right. And they all average 10 points per game. All right, here's the verdict. Okay.
Technical foul is called on the City of Santa Rosa Lions number 19, Gio Calacalzada, for second motion.
Okay, so
Unsportsmanlike foul or make it flagrant foul. It's a flagrant foul, penalty 1 on number 43, Dan Natividad, his second.
Okay, so there's a unsportsmanlike foul called on. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, here's the unsportsmanlike foul first by Calacalzada. Yeah, his swing there to Tansioco, and then yes, Natividad hit Calacalzada on the face. So Tansioco connects on the free throw. And then this time, this is for the unsportsmanlike foul, penalty 1 on Calacalzada. This is for the unsportsmanlike of Natividad. Oh, check that earlier it was a technical foul. We'll correct ourselves. It was a technical foul on Calacalzada. Okay, a technical foul, not a sportsmanlike foul. But nevertheless, it still meant a free throw for Tansioco. And after everything has been said and done, ball will stay with Santa Rosa. Okay, so after that, you can say that lull. We are back, and the Generals are still on top by 14. Manaksa. Oh, nice leaner, everything but the shot. And they keep it alive, and well, you should really admire, okay? You should really admire the effort being displayed today by Shinichi Manaxa. I mean, Manaxa, I tell you, no, he really came to play today. Meanwhile, the green light is on. There's a coach's challenge filed by Coach Bing Victoria of the Generals. And we'll take a break and let's await the decision of our referees after this commercial. Stay with us, please. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the green light is on. That means there's a coach's challenge that has been filed. Here's the issue. Let's see. Okay, so there's the battle for the loose ball, and then it's with the Manaxa, and it looks like he was fouled by Tansyoko. Let's look at another angle. Okay. In fact, you can even see Suharto there getting into contact with Manaxa, but even at on the rebound play, look at all those arms getting entangled with each other. So let's see what will be the decision. So many things happening underneath that basket, I tell you. So on your screens there, that's the bench of the Taguig Generals. And, oh, Commissioner Edward Aquino on your screens. Look at that. And I have a feeling Governor Luigi Villafuerte is watching behind us. I don't know. No, of course. If you saw your screen, there's this giant tarpaulin of Governor Villafuerte right behind yours truly. So let's see. Referees taking a little bit longer than usual. Of course, considering a lot of things happened during that last sequence that needs their review. On your screens there, Shin Manaxa or Shinichi Manaxa, the 2019 NBL season MVP. Of course, in 2019, Manaxa was the MVP, but the champion that year was, of course, the team on your screens right now, the Taguig Generals. That's right, under Coach Bing Victoria. And if ever, Taguig is in search for their third NBL championship this tournament after 2019 and the last year's Chairman's Cup. So
The challenge made by Taguig Generals was unsuccessful.
Oh, okay.
Foul on Tansyoko.
Okay, so
2 free throws for Shin Manaxa.
so the foul on Tansyoko will remain. It is an unsuccessful challenge. So it will still be a foul on Francisco Tansyoko, and it will also mean free throws for Manaxa. So earlier, we saw a challenge by Santa Rosa. It was successful, but this time, the challenge of Taguig is unsuccessful. And I guess there really was contact. There really was contact. And Manaxa with the split. Dozen-point lead here for Taguig as we near the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. Sampurna is back in action. Subrabas. Oh, quick release. Too strong by Tansyoko. Sampurna. Powering his way. No, and it's cleared by Manaxa again. So again, Manaxa, the stat stuffer. Fantasy numbers today for Shin Manaxa. But right now, they hope that this game will not be a nightmare. As they hope that this game will have a happy ending. Talking about the Lions. So foul there on Santos. And again, no oh yes, Look at that. He just grabbed the thigh of Maurilio. So good on the free throw. And now we're just about to hit the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. Subrabas. Okay, now Subrabas will give it to the cutting Sampurna, who is quickly defended by Disquitado. Hand off to Subrabas. Subrabas, one-hander. Oh, yes. Okay, now Disquitado. They should try to make it single digits as they enter the fourth quarter. It's highly unlikely that Santa Rosa can overhaul this lead in the remaining 1 minute or so. Meanwhile, Maurilio tips it to 10 again. 72-62, Taguig. Suharto against Cardeno. Suharto with the hook shot. He hit one like that earlier, but not this time. Manaxa. Eyes to the hoop. Yes! I cannot wait to see the complete stat report of Manaxa after this third quarter, as we have about less than a minute left. Santos bounces it to Subrabas. Subrabas, okay, back to back. 4 points now for Harvey. Disquitado. And Disquitado is pushed out of bounds by Tansyoko. It is. This is the second field goal for Subrabas here in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Disquitado will troop to the line. I can really say, whenever Disquitado is seated on the bench, that's a time when Taguig really takes advantage. If not for the good play today of Shin Manaxa, this lead will surely be bigger than 9 points. Okay, a stop here will be big for Santa Rosa. It will make the game interesting as we enter the fourth. Okay, Santa Rosa must prevent Taguig from scoring. Sampurna will use the screen. Sampurna. Oh, they could not control it. Down to 6 seconds. Oh, they slip. But there's a foul. Wow. Lucky break here for Taguig. And it's on Cardeno. So only 2 fouls on Cardeno, but still, it will send the Generals to the free throw line. Here it is again. Okay, Mamaluba already slipped. But then again, there was contact on the way down. So at the line, this is Suharto Mamaluba Jr. And he's left-handed, huh? Okay. So now he can go for a double-digit lead entering the fourth. But of course, with 14 seconds left, there's more than enough time for Santa Rosa to mount one last offensive. Of course, that's split there by Mamaluba. So last shot time here for the Lions. It's with Manaxa going one-on-one. Manaxa! Oh, yes! And they'll just let the time run away. Hey. Taguig dominated that third quarter, but a late flurry here by Santa Rosa, making things interesting, of course, anchored on the MVP, Shin Manaxa. That's the score, 75-68, and we'll be back for the deciding fourth quarter. Stay there, please. Again, the crowd continue to grow and grow by the minute as we prepare for our main game today. The home side, Kamso Express, taking on the visitors, the DF Bulacan Stars. And as we see, again, we want to see the stats line of Shin Manaxa through the first 3 quarters. So, when we got the stats report, first thing is we go to number 44. Look at the numbers of Manaxa. 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 18 points, 7 rebounds. To lead the way for Santa Rosa, of course, Maurilio with 12. On the other hand, look at that. We have, Maurilio with 10. Oh, Manaxa, 23 points. Okay, we read the wrong call. Yeah, 23 points now for Manaxa. And for Taguig, we have Ordonez with 20. Meanwhile, Sampurna opens the scoring here in the fourth quarter. Ups the lead of Taguig to 77-68. So just to recap what I said earlier, the third quarter really belonged to Taguig. No, they were threatening to blow the game to the high heavens, and then Manaxa simply took over in the latter stages and kept the gap close. Okay, so that's where we are right now. A 9-point lead for Taguig. It was actually 7 at the end of the third. Again, it was 75-68. Ball tap. It goes to Subrabas. To Sampurna. And Sampurna did not allow, again, he did not allow the defense of the Lions to set up. And that's transition basketball for you. Out of bounds. And it will go the way of the Generals. Here it is again. Look. Sampurna. Speed. I tell you, speed can kill you. And he is easily one of the fastest players here in the NBL. Natividad. Mayo faking. Changing his mind. Sampurna is blocked. It's with Manaxa. Who else? Give it to the hot hand. But instead, there's a steal by Natividad. Natividad will stop and pop. No. Cleared by Cardeno. 11-point lead for the Generals. Galamiton. Maurilio. Oh, Maurilio destroying his defender. And it will count. It will count. And bonus free throw coming here for John Lester Maurilio. So at the line, this is John Lester Maurilio. So again, you should commend Santa Rosa. They just refuse to lose, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, they refuse to lose. They do not know the meaning of the word quit. Natividad being hounded by Maurilio. That's the right idea. Sampurna. Again, Subrabas. Good line though, but recovered by Suharto. Give it to Mayo. Bounce pass to the cutting Sampurna. Oh boy! Mike Sampurna. You love his explosive step to the basket. He can really elevate, I tell you. It's really different when you watch him in person. So there is nothing better than watching the NBL games live at the venue. Hilario hemmed in well by the defense of Sampurna. It will stay with Santa Rosa. Look at this. Look at the explosion of Sampurna. Look at his body control in midair. Wow, here's another angle. Appreciate, guys. Appreciate. Yes. Meanwhile, again, okay, we have a referees just want to clear things. Cardenio and Mamaluba getting a little bit too playful with each other. Oh, Ordonez is back. And quickly, though, they throw Calacalzada to Ordonez. They know. And Mark Ordonez has made them know. And he has 20 reasons why. That's 20 points to his name. Mayo finds Natividad. Natividad to Suharto. Hand off. Oops! A sportsmanlike foul. Uh-oh. So again, this is the second time that this has happened. And let us see how the referees will sort out this situation. There you see on the screens there the Lions of Santa Rosa City. I can say probably depending on the driver, maybe a good 8 to 10 hour drive from Santa Rosa to where we are right now. Here it is. Okay, look at it again. Okay, the action happened away from the ball. Okay, here's a better angle. Look at the jostling for position underneath the basket between. Oh, ouch! Oh, yes, there was a little bit of wrestling there between Mayo and a Lion. I think it was which slide was that? Okay, I think it was Maurilio, and I guess Maurilio got hit. He was given a hit there by Mayo. Okay, so on your screens there's the Taguig Generals. Right now they are protecting their perfect 3-0 win-loss card. Here it is again, look at this. So the action happened on the left side of your screen, not at the ball. See? Mayo simply, you know.
Number 0, LJ Mayo.
Okay. So
That's his third foul.
it's just an ordinary offensive foul on Mayo. So that's the third foul for Larry John. So ball will go the way of Santa Rosa. So you can say a sigh of relief for Taguig. Just an ordinary offensive foul. Santos has it. Feeds Maurilio. Of course, Manaxa is resting right now, but he will surely be back. Now the challenge is, oh, public display of rejection. A block, a crispy block by Mayo on Galamito. The challenge for the 5 on the floor right now for Santa Rosa is to maintain the intensity until Manaxa is reinserted by Coach Camson. In fact, if they can even trim off more from this lead, better. Galamito is too deep. It's rebounded by Calacalzada, and ball will go out in favor of Taguig. Ordonez against Calacalzada, and that has been the matchup. Of course, Calacalzada has had a very tough time trying to stop Ordonez, who has burned him for 20 points. Ordonez handed to Sampurna. This time Sampurna will challenge the defense of Calacalzada. Natividad, leaner, no. And Natividad stays at 7 points rather. Calacalzada. They give it to Maurilio for 3. Oh, that could have been big. If that went in, it could have been down to 6. Ordonez hesitates, and he gets the 2 points. Make that 22 now for Mark Edison Ordonez. Calacalzada using the screen. Calacalzada, jumper, yes. Now hopefully, that will get the game of Calacalzada going, because they really missed the offense of Calacalzada in the first 3 quarters. Mayo, hand off to Sampurna. Sampurna, no. Maya recovers. And it's stolen by Santos. Santos against Ordonez. Oh, steal again by Sampurna. Hooking it to Natividad. Back to Sampurna! Wow! Mike Sampurna putting on an aerial show here in Kamsur. And a whistle halts play. Here it is again, look at this. Sampurna hooks a pass and then Natividad gives the ball back to Sampurna. And you can say that Sampurna, he's airborne like those who go cable wakeboarding right beside this place. But this time, Sampurna does not use a wakeboard. It's all human strength. Disquitado, corner 3. No! Oh, what a rebound by Galamiton. And here's another chance. They're only behind by 11. Still behind by 11. Battle forward is won by Natividad. Natividad, look at the intensity on his face. And a foul on Arlan Santos.
Holding well on number 25, Arlan Santos. That's his first team foul.
So, foul on Santos. It will mean an inbound for the Generals. 19 on the shot clock. I guess, okay, so this is it. This is now the return of Shin Manaxa. And if I will guess, I believe Manaxa will play out the remainder of this game. This will, you can say Coach Camson is now forming his closing 5. His finishers, as they say. Ordonez to Natividad. Natividad, well, I guess the defense, or credit the defense of the Lions, so it was very good. It did not allow Natividad a clear path to the basket. Okay, and the rebound is won by Natividad, and now he will take his sweet time. Of course, they want to make the clock their ally. Sampurna is too strong, but there's a foul. So third foul on Cardenio. So at the line, Mike Jefferson Sampurna. Meanwhile, Rivadavia will return after, you can say, a long rest for Kervin. First free throw here by Sampurna is good. And in the audience today, on the left side of your screen, that's the Regional Director of the Department of Tourism, of course, Region 5 Regional Director, the Honorable Herbie Aguas. Welcome to the NBL, sir. Hope you enjoyed the game. And if I remember correctly, I know that Director Aguas is also a former mayor of one of the towns here. I'm just trying to remember what town it was. I know he's he's a former mayor of one of the towns here. I'll check later. My notes. So foul on Ordonez. That's the 5th foul on Taguig. This is one thing that Santa Rosa should exploit. The fouls of Taguig, but that jumper will not help their cause. That miss will not help their cause.
14 seconds on the shot.
Calacalzada, yes! So at the line, Gio Calacalzada. He will try to close the gap. Oh, air ball. Natividad. And he is fouled, region foul there by Disquitado. Only 2 fouls on Jeff. Lontok finds Ordonez. Ordonez is open from that double screen. Wow! And I think I've lost count, but that should be .25 for Mark Edison Ordonez. Kalsada, no! Natividad, bounce pass to Sampurna! Oh, Sampurna! And Mike Sampurna is also making a case for best player. The Lions call a timeout. But before that, look at this. Let's appreciate this move by Mike Jefferson Sampurna. 2 points and a 91-76 lead. And we'll be back for more of your NBL President's Cup. Stay there, please. And look at this move by Mike Sampurna. And because of that, he ups his total to 19 points and 12 of those coming here in the fourth quarter. So like what I said, no, Mike Sampurna also making a case for best player of the game, and we will award the best player at the conclusion of this ball game. Manaxa, meanwhile, doing his best to reverse the outcome in their favor. Ordonez to Mayo. Again, Taguig is burning the clock. Oh, Mayo. Mayo with the lead in two. Lead is up to 15, 93-78. When we are nearing the 3-minute mark of this ball game. And you can see that slowly but surely, you can see by the body language of the Lions that, slowly but surely the fight is being taken out of them. But, if you're the Lions, you have to realize that 3 minutes is a long time. Okay, you can still come back. It is still possible. Sampurna, met by Manaxa. So now Santa Rosa needs stops. Mayo. Step back. This will be big. No. And ball will go out. Last touch on a general. Now, if you're Santa Rosa, you need to move quickly. You need to score points in a hurry. Like this one, Hilario heard us. It's down to 12 as we near the last 2 minutes of this game. Mayo. This has been a similar play from the last sequence. Mayo Lontok at the post. Oh, good defense there. Ordonez looks at the clock. Ordonez fires. Oh! That relieved the pressure. Yes, it's the last 2 minutes. It's winning time in the NBL. Natividad to Sampurna. Back to Natividad. And quickly, coach comes on, presses the timeout button. This could be the last stand of the Santa Rosa Lions. After that shot by Ordonez and this unselfish break anchored on Natividad. It's a 30-seconder called by the Lions, and we'll be back for more of your NBL President's Cup. On your screens again, that's Department of Tourism Region 5 Director, the Honorable Herbie Aguas. Enjoying this game. Of course, he will be around later to see our second game, the main game, the Camsur Express taking on the visitors, the Damayang Filipino DF Bulacan Stars.
14 seconds to shoot.
14 on the shot clock, Maudillo with the sideline inbound. We are in the last 2 minutes. So expect the intensity to pick up a notch. Hilario hit a 3-point shot earlier. Maudillo! No! Still with the Lions. Maudillo for the high percentage shot. Instead, he draws the foul.
Okay, foul number 3, Jonas Lontog is scored. Sumamaluba for Jonas Lontog.
So now Lontok will sit down, and you can say Coach Victoria rewarding Suharto Mamaluba for his good play today, and he has allowed Mamaluba to possibly finish this game. On your screens there, Coach Bing Victoria. Meanwhile, that's Coach Camzon of the Lions. Ordonez renewing his acquaintance with Calacalzada. Sampurna to Mayo. Mayo faking. Sampurna. Oh, that's clutch. That just could be the dagger. Natividad. And Natividad knows it. He asked for a clear out to Mamaluba at the post. Mamaluba with the size and Mamaluba losing his balance. Okay, take a look at it again. Here it is. This could be the dagger delivered by Mike Jefferson Sampurna. And the foul is on Hilario as he falls down on a prone Suharto Mamaluba. By the way, Santa Rosa is not in the penalty, so it will just mean a sideline inbound, but Natividad. Oh, stolen by Maurilio. So size of life here, but he's rejected by Mayo. There's a foul though. So right now with 39 seconds left, no, even if it is a foregone conclusion, no, you like the fact that Santa Rosa continues to show some fight. They are not flatlining, as they say. As Maurilio lies on the floor, here's what happened. So two defenders on Maurilio, and he loses his balance in mid-air. Oh, wow. But I guess, he's heavy. There, it looks like Maurilio will be replaced. He has to be replaced, yes. So looks like he landed on his forearm. He's favoring his forearm area. So Arlan Santos will replace the injured John Lester Maurilio. And if you're a fan of Laguna, of Santa Rosa Lions, you hope that Maurilio is okay, because they have a game 2 days from now, this Sunday, here, also in Camsur. And they will take on the Bulacan Stars. Check that. They will take on the Camsur Express. Yes. They will take on the Camsur Express in Sunday's main game. Of course, in the first game, the teams switch opponents. It's going to be Bulacan taking on Taguig in the first game. So the four teams that are here right now this weekend in Camsur, they will switch opponents on Sunday. So 5 fouls now on Hilario. with 37 seconds left. So we're just waiting for the final score. It's a one-ball game for the Taguig Generals. They will now improve to 4-0. Okay, they are the only undefeated team in the NBL right now, and they have solo leadership of Group B, where they are joined by the Tatak Gel Binyan and Team Muntinlupa. Look at Ordonez. This is his case for best player. 27 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. 10 out of 15. That's 67% shooting from the field. Wow. Calacalzada cannot convert on the close tab. And I guess they'll just try to run the clock. And I don't think Ordonez will shoot. Yes, that is the instruction of Coach Victoria. They'll just wait for the horn to sound, and we'll confirm the result. And the formal ascension of Taguig to 4-0. All right? 4-0. 4 straight wins in this season. So that's it. That's the horn. And that's our final score. Congratulations to the still undefeated Taguig Generals. They prevail over the very tough Santa Rosa Lions, 102-84. And our best player of the game, who is it? Oh, it's Mike Sampurna with 22 points, 15 coming in the fourth quarter. And with 7 rebounds to boot. Wow, what an impact of the bench by Mike Jefferson Sampurna. That's right. A good choice for best player of the game. Again, that's our final score, 102-84. And we'll be back after this break.
Nang makipagsabayan NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown. Handang makipagsabayan NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown. Handang makipagsabayan NBL.
Had his moments long underneath, and then Castro finding his range from the outside. Also, Ordonez, that started the scoring run. And again, Cardenio tried his best to keep the team afloat, and then that's our score. Like what I said, a close fight in the first quarter. Come second, that's when Taguig started to break away, and then some plays anchored on the running Mike Jefferson Sampurna. And then after a scoreless first quarter, Natividad finally got his game going. But again, Santa Rosa proved to be a very tough customer. And they kept it close by halftime. A 6-point lead for Taguig, 46-40. And then by the third, this is when Taguig just blew the game wide apart. I mean, it was good basketball early. They were able to erect their biggest lead of the game. They were able to erect a commanding lead, early in the third. But Shin Manaxa, okay, he kept Santa Rosa in contention with his late explosion, and that's a score 75-68. And then in the fourth, it's time for our best player, Mike Sampurna. Mike Sampurna exploding for again 12 of his 15 of his 20 points in the fourth quarter on plays like this. And because of that, yes, Santa Rosa, they were able to rally, but then again, Taguig hanging tougher down the stretch. Again, congratulations to the Generals. They improved to 4-0. So after this, we will bring you our main game for today. It's going to be the home team, Capsule Express,